Hello, I'm Crystal with Whole New Perspective. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, one of the things I realized is that I really enjoy having convenience foods in my home, especially for those busy times. And now is a busy time. This whole year has been busy. And so I've been eating quite a bit of my soup, especially my chicken soup that I made. And what I want to make now really is just white chicken chili soup. I have, I believe it was 25 pounds of navy beans. I don't have that many now, but I purchased my beans in bulk from Azure Standard. And so I still had quite a bit, and I hadn't made any navy beans yet. And so I wanted to make some soup. I decided to take a shortcut, and I purchased rotisserie chickens from Costco. So I do have a little clip of that, and I'll insert that and just show you the chickens that I purchased. I picked up these rotisserie chickens from Costco, so I'm just going to be taking a shortcut today. I'm going to go ahead and get all this chicken off of the bones, and then I'll share with you what I'll be making with it. So I'm just going to follow a very easy recipe. Normally it calls for corn, but I don't have any frozen corn, so I'm just going to leave the corn out. If you all can recall, I actually pressure canned the frozen corn that I had, and so now it's already cooked. So when I get ready to make my white chicken chili, put it all together, I'll just add the corn to it at that particular time. Right now, I'll add everything else. So what I did this morning was that I went ahead and made some chicken broth. So my chicken broth is good and ready to go. I soaked my beans. I soak my beans all the time. I don't do a quick method. I soak them overnight. It helps with my stomach. And so I really do enjoy beans, but not unless I've already soaked them. So I soak them, and these are ready to go. I also have another bowl full of beans. So I may make several batches of this white chicken chili, or I may just can up some white beans. I need to do that as well. So I'm going to be busy getting some things canned, and that way I'll have them whenever we need them. All I'll need to do is just pull a few jars together and put them on the stove. I was able to do that with some chili earlier this week, and it just really makes a big difference to be able to come home and make a good, comforting meal from home canned foods. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and I'll share this with you. I don't think I'll share this recipe. I may have, but I'll put the recipe down in the description box. I'll try to do that. If I forget, someone remind me, and I'll go ahead and put it back down in there. I'm just going to can this just the way I normally do. I'm going to make it more of a soup because when I'm canning, I want to make sure that I'm following recipes that are approved. And so at least when I'm sharing those recipes with you, I want to make sure that I have. And so I am going ahead and making this into a soup. So you'll see quite a bit of liquid, and that'll be just fine, because when I get ready to put it all together, I'll go ahead and add my corn to it at that particular time. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get everything together. I got my beans washed, ready to go. I have some of my seasonings. Now, the recipe calls for chilies, green chilies. I always use jalapenos. I like to use what I have, and as long as it's not going to cause any issues, I go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to use jalapenos because that is what I have from some candied jalapenos that I made. I don't think I've shared that video, but I will use the tops from that. I like to use everything that I have. And so I save the tops, and I go ahead and dehydrate those. So that's what I've done. So I'm just going to use those tops to add the heat to my white chicken chili. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my stock together. If by chance I run out of stock, I do have some that I've already canned. And so I'll go ahead and use that. So listen, I am not going to go step by step with this, but I will bring you along and share some of this with you, okay? Well, I hope that you can hear me over my pressure canner. I'm processing my chicken chili, my white chicken chili. And I decided, since this is going to take some time, just to go ahead and make some sausage balls. So it's just a very simple recipe. I'm actually using 2 cups of this Kodiak flapjack. You can use biscuit. A lot of recipes call for that, but I also make my own biscuit, and I have a recipe. I have that on my channel. I'll try to link that at the very end. And then you're going to use a pound of sausage. This is actually the brand that I like. It's a local company, and I actually like their sausage. And then you're going to use a pound of cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this incorporated, mix it in, and get my cheese balls on. I'm going to bake them at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, just until they're golden brown. My sausage balls are done. I'm going to get ready and take my white chicken chili off also, because it's completed. These look good. I'm gonna let them cool down. I'm probably not gonna eat any of these. My canner is complete as well. It will probably be another at least 30 to 60 minutes before I'm able to open up the canner. So right now it's late at night, so I don't really like to eat late at night, but I wanted to get this done, and I'm gonna go ahead and after they cool down, I'll put them in my refrigerator, and we'll have them, or I will, to snack on. So my canner is off, the processing time completed. But I have to wait for the pressure to drop before I take off the weight. So it's going to be a while before I do that. I just pulled the cans out. They finished processing, everything cooled down. As you can see, they are still bubbling and they're starting to seal. So I feel pretty good about this. I have 7 quarts. I'm going to make 7 more quarts tomorrow, and then I'll can whatever broth or beans or chicken I have left. It is the second day, and I decided to go ahead and put this batch of white chicken chili soup together. I'm canning it. So right now I have 7 quarts here, and I already processed 7 quarts. This will be the last that I will process. So we'll just have 7 quarts of this white chicken chili. I just want to make sure that we like it. I'm sure that we will, because this really is just a base. I'll add the tomatoes and corn once I open up the jars, and if we want more chicken, I can add that as well. But right now I think it has enough in here. I'll just shred the chicken once we get ready to eat it. So while I'm doing this, I'm also making a broccoli and rice chicken casserole, and so we'll be having that for dinner. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is my very quick chicken, rice, and broccoli casserole. Something easy to put together and have it cooking while you're having a big canning day. Looks delicious. I've already had a little bite, and it is delicious. Honestly, this is the very first time I've ever made a broccoli, rice, and cheese casserole. Looks good. I can't wait to finish the rest of it. Really a very quick meal to make when you're busy trying to do things around the house. Just put this little quick casserole together, put it in the oven, and voila. Thank you guys so much for watching.